This is your LG CX OLED TV review video. The LG CX OLED TV offers an impressive 4K picture and audio smarts to match. LG CX OLED review, price and availability. Technically, the $2,500 LG CX65 sits in the middle of the company's line of OLEDs. The entry-level BX models lack some of the CX video processing, such as the new processor, but cost $200 less than the CX versions. By way of comparison, LG's super slim 65-inch version of GX model is $3,200 and designed for minimalistic professional installations. Our review focuses on the 65-inch OLED 65CX PUA, but the LG CX OLED is available in several other sizes. With 55-inch and 77-inch models available, you can find a version of the CX OLED TV that fits your home, starting at under $2,000. A smaller and more affordable 48-inch model is slated for later this year, but is not yet being sold. 55-inch OLED 55CX PUA, $1,799.99. 65-inch OLED 65CX PUA, $2,499.99. 77-inch OLED 55CX PUA, $4,999.99. As a result, we recommend the 55 and 77-inch versions of the LG CX OLED just as strongly as the 65-inch model we used for this review. LG CX OLED review, design. Another advantage of OLED technology is that because there's no separate backlight, you can go thin, super thin. So the CX is essentially a big piece of glass that is about 1/4 of an inch thick. The LG CX can be wall-mounted using a standard VESA 300x200 bracket. However, the included wedge-shaped tabletop stand makes for a very sturdy support. It attaches with a handful of screws, but it takes 2 people to set it upright on a credenza. LG CX OLED review, audio. A traditional weakness of big flat panels has been their sound skills. Their svelte design lacks the space for conventional speakers. But LG has largely overcome the problem by throwing a number of technologies into the CX OLED models. To begin with, the set includes an acoustic tuning setting that uses the remote control's microphone to calibrate the sound and tailor the audio to your particular room. It takes just a few seconds to perform the calibration, after which you can compare the before and after audio. In our test environment, the audio result in standard mode actually sounded better, delivering an improved soundstage that put the music and audio more front and center. We found the optional bass mode was too boomy and the treble setting was predictably too tinny. The LG CX OLED also supports Dolby Atmos, which was surprisingly effective in the jungle scenes in Apocalypse Now given the set only has 2.2 channels to work with. Insects seemed to buzz around outside the image before the tiger leapt from the center of the screen. There are multiple preset sound modes, as well, with the cinema mode delivering some of the most pleasing effects. The Skywalker Blu-ray nicely reproduced the rippling bass notes of the Millennium Falcon as it knocked over stormtroopers with its exhaust. Should none of the presets make you happy, there's a 5-band equalizer, hitting frequencies from 100 Hz to 10,000 Hz, so if you want to tweak the sound you can do so in standard mode. Owners should compare the audio modes depending on the material they happen to be watching. AHA's take on Mi 4K video in AHA Sound Pro mode overemphasized the high end, producing too much sibilance. The music mode setting balanced out the song and added more bass, but the sound was more muted. Personal preferences here will doubtless vary. LG CX OLED review, remote control. LG calls its controller a magic remote, which may be a bit of an overstatement. It has a scrolling clickable wheel on the center for moving a cursor around the screen like a wireless mouse, as well as the usual numerical and volume and channel buttons. It's a well-balanced, curved remote that can also be used as a universal controller. It took us just seconds to get the remote to recognize a PlayStation 4 and a Roku box, for example, and assume command of those devices. LG CX OLED Review, Verdict. With 65-inch 4K sets, such as the VESA M series Quantum and Hisense H9F floating in the $700 to $800 range, many shoppers may be hard-pressed to justify spending $2,500 on this old set. On the other hand, the LG CX OLED will reward movie fans who make the investment with an unparalleled picture. We found it also compared well to much more expensive models, such as Sony's $3,300 65-inch A9G Master Series OLED. If you are looking for the best 4K picture available, the LG CX OLED will not disappoint. The addition of improved sound and some of the best smart TV features including voice control just make this package all the more appealing. So having all those features on this compact cam is awesome. It's got great detail. I highly recommend getting the LG CX OLED TV. Thank you. Please subscribe my RS product review channel.